Today's meditation is about meeting your future self. We're going to take a little trip to meet our future selves. With the breath soft in your spine, being aware of your spine, either in the room or against the chair or against the floor. Take a breath from the tailbone up through the top of your head. And on the exhale, allow the breath to go from the top of the head down through the tailbone. Beginning to become aware of body and breath, inhaling from the tailbone up through the top of the head and exhaling from the top of the head down through the tailbone. Next breath, starting at the bottoms of your feet, the breath coming in up through the legs, through the torso, and to the top of the head. And then follow the breath on the exhale down from the top of the head, down through the feet. 2 more times to follow the breath through the whole body, the physical body, as you inhale from feet to the top of the head. And then exhale from the top of the head down through the feet. Awareness on breath and awareness of body. Soften the jaw. Soften your eyes. During this meditation, if anything doesn't seem right or comfortable for you, give yourself permission to either open your eyes, take a deep breath, wiggle fingers and toes, and then come back to my voice, knowing that you are perfectly safe. Begin to bring your awareness to the center of your head, that mind, the consciousness that lies there. The blank slate, I like to call it. And with a soft breath now for the rest of the meditation, just belly breaths or lung breaths, whatever's comfortable where you are. We're going to let go of that. And in your mind's eye, we're going to take a trip on a boat, a sailboat, a motorboat. So begin to visualize yourself in your place of water and what that looks like to you, whether it's a lake or a river or the ocean. And begin to see yourself walking toward the water, walking toward your boat, whatever that looks like for you. As you walk toward the dock, getting a better glimpse of your boat. Your captain is standing in the boat. He is one of your spirit guides. As you come up to the boat, you ask permission to come aboard of your spirit guide. As they help you into the boat, there's a nice, comfortable seat for you. Take a seat as your spirit guide begins to guide your boat away from the dock and into the water. As you begin to travel on the water, keeping the shore on your right side, we're going to travel through time. 1 year moving through time. The wind is free, the sun is shining. 2 years as we move toward the future, perfectly safe. Slight spray of water on your face. 3 years. Moving forward, 4 years. Noticing the shore, noticing the color of the water. 5 years. 6 years. The boat moving freely through the water, your spirit guide, guiding you through 7 years into the future, 8 years into the future, 9 years. Your guide says to you, we're almost there. And 10 years into the future, and your guide docks the boat once again. They take your hand and help you off the boat to stand on the dock. And your guide tells you, I'll be right here when you're ready to go back. And you begin to walk away from the water and look before you. There is a house in the distance. It could be a city, it could be the forest, it could be the country. Whatever that looks like to you, begin to walk toward the house that you see. Notice everything about that house. The colors, where it is, the size of the house, getting closer to your house. Beginning to notice what is around the house now. Any animals, any plants. Getting closer and closer to the front door. We're going to knock on the door or ring the bell, whatever presents itself to you. Go ahead now and knock on the door or ring the bell. As the door opens, your future self is before you. Your future self invites you in, very happy to see you, and invites you over to take a seat on the couch. Notice everything about the inside of your future self's house. As you sit with your future self, she tells you how happy she is that you have arrived and that you are open to receive her messages. At this point, take a moment to ask your future self one question, and then listen. That answer may come forth as words of feeling, or an image. Your future self, perfectly content, sitting with you and sharing her knowledge with you. Thank your future self for her answer. Your future self has a gift for you. She reaches behind her and hands it to you. Take a moment to receive that gift and ask her anything you need to about it. And thank her once again for your gift. Your future self tells you it's time for you to go back now. The two of you stand up and walk toward the front door. Take one last look around if there's anything you need to remember. Before you walk away, ask your future self her name. And then thank her. Maybe a hug, a smile. And she says, "Don't ever worry. I am always here if you need to come back." Begin to walk back to the water, to the dock, to your boat. One last turn to wave at your future self as your spirit guide helps you back into your boat. Take a seat, and your spirit guide pulls away and begins to go back through time. 9 years. Perfectly safe on the water, the sun shining. 8 years. The water blue. 7 years. The breeze against your face and in your hair. 6 years. 5 years. 4 years. The shore passing. moving you swiftly back to the present 3 years, 2 years, 1 year, and you are back at your dock. Your guide helps you stand. Thank your guide. There might be something he needs to tell you, he or she. Take a moment with your guide. And thank them. Thank them for always being there for you, guiding you safely. Your guide helps you off the boat onto the dock, and you begin to walk away. When you reach the land, turn around, one last wave to your spirit guide. As you slowly come back to the room that you are in, begin to feel your feet on the floor. Gently begin to deepen your breath coming into the belly, the lungs. As you exhale, the shoulders relax and drop. Beginning to sense the room that you are in, the temperature, your clothing, any sounds. Take another deep breath as you fill your body with breath. Open the mouth, let out a sigh. Wiggle fingers and toes. Coming back slowly, wiggling fingers, maybe extending your legs if you're seated. Take your time, stretch, yawn. Back fully now into the room that you are in. When you're comfortable, opening your eyes and taking in where you are fully.